I had relations with a pig. That's called porking.
Ugh, that's tasteless.
No, ma'am, that's tasteless adjacent.
All right, hey everybody, welcome back. Cases Adjacent, episode 4. I'm Jay Chowder. We got Bone. We got Slopdog. How you guys doing?
Good.
All right, and great. We start off there. So, first thing for we were talking earlier, and I had to run to the store. And real quick, we got to talk about Bone. We got to catch up with Bone. Before we do that, I'm fucking waiting at this McDonald's, and they're like, you got to pull up. And I'm like, all right. Pull up. There's another fucking car waiting. Multiple cars are waiting, I guess. This guy gets out if he gets his food. They didn't give him a fucking burger.
Yeah. McDonald's is fucking utter bullshit now. It's like, why are you have 8 people pulling up? It's dinner time. You don't have fucking fries made? What the fuck? I walked out of KFC the other day. I was pissed. It was 5:30. 5:30. And I walked up and I wanted some pot pies. And they're like, we don't have any pot pies made. If you want to wait a while, we're gonna make some. I'm like, no, I'm done. And she's like, what else did you want? I'm like, nothing. I'm done. And she just looks at me and I'm just like, and I just walk out. Nope.
Did you get the razor as you left?
It's fucking dinner time, man. You don't have shit on your menu.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I'm not saying it's an easy job. I understand. People are. No, and I didn't yell at the girl or anything. But I was like, no, I'm done. I just walked away. Because what the fuck do you want me to do? Like, I'm gonna order. I came here for pot pies. You don't have fucking pot pies, so why am I here? Like,
I'm big on good customers. What was you saying?
I don't want your other shit.
I'm big on customer service. Even if you don't have what I want, even if shit went wrong, the kid ran the register wrong, at least fake like you care. Even if you don't care, fucking fake like you do and go, all right, we're going to fix it. No worries. We got it. I mean, I don't even want an extra nugget or nothing. I just want you to acknowledge it and go, all right, cool, no worries. Because as someone who, has to work a regular job as well, I fucking, no matter what's going on, you got to treat the customers with respect. You can't be like, right. I'm not working for you, motherfucker. Like, I mean, I'm here. So, we went to a KFC down in, I think it was California. They didn't have chicken. We're like, what? We're like, all right. And he's like, I don't know, maybe I could scrape together a couple tenders and some string beans. We come here with fucking string beans, dude. Like fucking what? And then we're just like, I don't know. So this cocksucker, we're like, why are you even open? Like, to tell people there's no food? Like, yeah. So it was insane. Like, there was I've never heard of that. KFC, no chicken. And I was like, he's like, I don't know, the cook left early. And, I'm like, cook left early? Like,
were you there at, midnight? Like, what?
No, we were there, at 5 o'clock.
Then what the fuck? Yeah, that makes no sense at all. No sense at all. I just think, with some weird time, then okay, you ran out, but 5 o'clock.
I'm just
why are you even open? You just burned this motherfucker to the ground.
KFC was my first gig ever. Worst job I've ever had in my life. So I always am like, if the workers there are working and doing their job, they should definitely make a great load of money, and you should be able to retire off that, because you get treated like shit, and it's a shit job. I'm not saying anything. It was my first job I ever worked. I hated it. And maybe someone loves it. If you love it, good for you. But I hated it. And so I think they should get paid much better than they do. But you also have to work. You can't get paid and go, but I'm not going to give a fuck. If you don't give a fuck, then don't get any money. Go fuck your mother. But I mean,
let me ask you this, because I feel like this is something you might have done. Did you ever, when you worked at KFC, did you fuck a biscuit and use chicken grease as a lubricant?
I mean, how did you know? I mean, no. I think I was.
I just feel like this, well, I do have a story.
No, there was a manager once who was like, hey, somebody called and said that they returned the chicken, they wouldn't feed it to their dog, you guys really gonna keep up on this stuff? She was a real fucking twat burger. And then I was like quitting, so that I hated the job, and I was just like quitting. No, like I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna come in anymore. I'm done here. And then she's like, well, you need to have someone cover your shift, or you have to come in. You're scheduled. I'm like, no, I'm quitting. And I was so young, I was too nervous to be like, I'm quitting, cunt. Fuck your mother. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was like, nope. I was all, I know, I say cunt, right? I'm getting in trouble. And so I called my buddy who needed hours, and he worked my shift. So, but I was like, fuck you, bitch. Her name was, her name was Jen, I think. So, fuck you, Jen. I'm not going to say that. You're a dumb twat. And let me tell you this about the name Jen. Anybody I've ever known the name Jen is a fucking whore. And if you don't believe me, check their Christmas cards. They lick the envelope. I guarantee it smells like cock. And, fuck you, Jen, you whore. That's a whore's name. And someone's going to be like, that's my daughter's name.
I love that you dated multiple girls named Jen in a row, and then the second one you just called the sequel.
That was the sequel tonight.
Let's see. Remember you said that he should just get a tattoo of Jen on his arm just so he was covered.
And my wife's name is not Jen, but it's like close to Jen.
Close.
It's like
close.
Yep.
So, and I called her by the wrong name, and I asked her out and everything. Like, I called her, and I was like, is Janelle there? And she's like, no. And then I was like, oh, okay. I know we're married. We're married now with 2 kids, so I don't know. And let's let this dick, and that's a lie. And okay, let me tell you, I'm fucking horned up. We live in an RV. It's so fucking like tight in this joint. And if anybody doesn't know, who doesn't already, I travel full time and I work remote. And so now we're in Arizona, which is awesome. And but there's no room to like fuck in here. Like one time we tried to, and everyone must have been shaking. We got kind of a curtain, and my son was like, "Hey, hope you guys don't have sex in there. It's all rocking." And we looked at each other like, "Well, we can't do this apparently." And then one day I'm trying to just like everyone's sleeping. It's my me time. I'm like, I'm gonna I'm gonna come through a wall. I'm so horny. So I'm just trying to jerk it in the fucking bathroom, which sometimes the door doesn't lock, so I could just be wet dick in hand, door popping open, and just fucking eye to eye with my family, right? So I'm just trying to like hold the door with one hand as I'm jerking the other one, and then my son, I guess, got up, and he was like, "Hey, Dad, hope you're not jerking off in there." And I was like, "Nope, just wiping now." I'll do it now. Just wiping. Ruined it. I got blue balls for the rest of the day. And the other morning, I thought I was home free again. And then everybody got up, and I'm like, what the fuck? So again, I got one hand on the doorknob, one on my knob, and I'm just going to work on myself, trying not to shake and bake the door. But then I keep hearing him yell about Fortnite and shit. I'm like, I can't do this. Like, it's just fucking ridiculous. Like, it is ridiculous.
You know what's my favorite part about that story is that you pretend you have a door, and you're not. You're saying bed sheet wrong.
No, that's a curtain that separates our bedroom from the kids. But there is a door on the fucking bathroom, you cunt. And,
Sure, door.
Oh, you could use the peanut butter that's right there too.
Oh man, that's a lubricant. That's right.
It's just the hole in the peanut butter.
Oh boy. Oh man, crunchy. Imagine that. That would fucking fuck you up, right?
Oh. Yes, get the razor.
Get the razor to get that peanut out of your fucking hole. And so that's the thing I was wondering, guys. Where do you stand? Creamy peanut butter or fucking crunchy peanut butter?
I like creamy peanut butter.
Yes.
I like crunchy.
I knew you were gonna say crunchy. I knew from a kid you would love crunchy. Don't fuck yourself with that. And I actually just got turned on to crunchy cookie butter. I love crunchy cookie butter now.
What is that?
Like cookie dough?
It's like a Bisquick makes it. It's like a Bisquick cookie, but it's like a peanut butter texture. I've only ever had the smooth. It comes in a jar. It's in the peanut. Check it out. It's delicious. Awesome on waffles,
Can you just
crackers.
Can you just like eat it out of the jar if you want? Like it's not like something you have to cook. Like
nope,
like I'm doing
absolutely. You can just eat it right out. Yeah, it's fucking delicious. And I never knew they had crunchy. And they recently came out. I don't know if they just recently came out with crunchy or I just never saw it. It's fucking awesome. It's got little cookie crunchies in it.
Ooh. Yes, I will definitely try that. That sounds really
good.
Next
time you go to the store, cookie butter, man. Delicious.
Ooh.
I don't think I'm gonna, but all right. And
I mean, like those Mr. Remember anybody else remember those Mr. Cookie Face or something like that? They would sell them like in the frozen aisle, but they were like sandwiches, but the outside was cookies, and then in the middle it was like soft serve ice cream. They're kind of like the ones from Carvel. They were just like that, but I haven't seen them in like forever. But they used to
mini
sell them
cookie
years
pusses?
ago. Yes, like that. But they sold them like in the grocery store, like in the freezer, like Price Chopper. Like when I was like I don't know, I was like a teenager because I worked at Price Chopper back then, and like on my break, or like when I was leaving for the night, I would buy a pack to bring home because they were amazing.
Dude, I knew a lady who fucking like in my store they have ice cream for dogs, but they didn't put it in its own section. They put it like by the treats. They had a nice dog on it. She bought it for her grandkids, and her grandkids were like, "This tastes weird. Fucking feed them dog treats."
Oh. What?
And she at first was like, "Don't waste it. I bought that." So the poor fucking kids have to eat 3/4 of a dog treat that tastes like someone's asshole inside, and this bitch made him eat it.
Jesus, I just picture this kid like eating it like with a tear coming down, like.
God damn it! This fucking sucks, Grandma. I'll hit you with the fucking hickory stick again, you cunt, if you don't fucking eat it.
Oh my God.
But that brings up a thing for me. So you go too creamy, too crunchy. I got a couple things then that always fuck with me. When you do toilet paper, do you do it over or do you do it under?
Like the roll itself, like over, like.
Yeah, beard, not mullet.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Beard, not mullet. Yeah.
Mullet. That's just a crime against nature.
Right. If you go from underneath, go fuck your mother. And when you wipe your ass, do you sit down or do you stand up?
I sit down.
I used to stand up my whole life, and then they was like, "You're a monster," and then I like started to wipe my ass. I like sit down, and it's a much cleaner clean.
Yes. Yes.
Sounds like you're refusing to answer the question.
No. Sit down. And we also we're up a level. We always have wipes in our bathroom as well.
Yes.
Like just in case everybody has a moment where you need wipes too. So they're just there.
We got wipes too on the road, but it's because it's a necessity. Because it's not as you're wiping, you're sitting on the bucket, and the wipe just helps you stay a little extra. There's a day you're not going to shower. I'm wiping my ass crack. I'm wiping my nuts and balls.
You're like Dutch. You're like that guy in Dutch.
I'm not using the same wipe. I'm using multiple. And
you gotta run in water too. That sucks. You get shit on your fingers. All you can do is dip it in the peanut butter next to the toilet.
Thank God it's not crunchy.
Yeah. Crunchy would be bad news for my savage. And, all right, so then I got two more. Do you wipe front to back or back to front? Front to back.
Front to back. Front to back.
I'm a girl. Front to back, or else that stuff is going in the wrong place. No. You don't want that.
Old shit puss. Yeah, we don't want that.
No, that's not good.
My last one, and I'm not a shit one. When you cut your bread, is it down the middle or like a diagonal, or are you a fucking savage and don't cut it at all?
Oh, it's normally
Depends.
in the middle.
I love the middle. I go right down the middle.
I do triangles.
But I like when you go out and they cut it in a triangle because it feels fancy. But at home, I just cut it in the middle.
My oldest son
looks fancy every day at my house. I do triangles.
It's fucking fantastic. My oldest son's like, nope. Like if it's not cut in a diagonal, he's like, it tastes better down when you cut it this way. I'm like, what? Because I always go right down the middle. That's how I actually do it. Especially if you have a fucking ham sandwich and you put a lot of fucking mayonnaise on it. and then when you cut it in half, and then you squeeze it, and it kind of comes out, oozes out like a oh man, and you eat that shit. That's awesome, dude. Anyway, that was my. Anyway, so on that, I don't know what we're talking about, but Bone. So you're feeling better now? Shit is out of you?
Yes, I'm feeling much better. I ended up having to go to the emergency room, which was horrific for me. I got some rough prison treatment by the ER nurses and doctor. Go over, just bend over and lean over on your side. They move up their hand and they're just like, we're gonna check for some blockages. You might feel something go in, and then it just fucking jammed their hand in your ass. It's like I might feel something go in, and then they not only just jam your hand, but they're fishing around. It's kind of like they're scooping with their hand around, like swishing around to see if there's anything in there. And I'm like, yeah.
It's like they just got him.
Oh my God!
It's horrible. Fuck, ease it in, Jesus
How
Christ.
many people?
Okay, so for the night, I had 2 different people's hands in my ass and 3 enemas, and it was fucking awful. I was exhausted. I needed a nap, a sandwich. Shit.
At the end, you meet your pimp at the end. Is that what happened?
I couldn't look at him in the eyes. How is everything? I'm like, just look down. Like, I'm fine.
In a nice hot shower.
I still didn't shit. Like, they took CAT scans and everything. I mean, 3 enemas, and I couldn't shit. Not until the next day, I freaking had to drink this stuff that they use for colonoscopies. It's like a whole bottle of lemon liquid stuff.
That's
it was awful. I had to drink the whole bottle. Started shitting then. A couple hours after that.
They couldn't have just given you the bottle. They had to like rape you. Like, oh my God!
This is a warning. Don't come back for this shit.
Seriously. I mean, wouldn't you think they'd try that approach first? Like, instead of jamming our hand in your ass, let's try this first. Like, hey, if you don't go after a day from drinking this, then come back and see us. Like, wouldn't that? Like, what the hell?
Wouldn't it be great if they pulled something out? Oh, pulled the wrong thing out. Let me just put that back in. Like, what? And Bo, you said you were reading directions, right? And they were like lube up the end. They had no lube on it, right?
I have no idea because, like, with the enema, like, it was like lube it up, and it just fucking there's an ease the thing in, and it is right in my ass. Felt like it ripped.
Question, kid. Did you hear this at all? Boom! Did you hear me spit on anything before they put that in your ass?
No.
I would love that. Just honk the loogie on it and just ram that asshole. But besides the being raped and you paid for it, and but after they gave you that stuff, you shit like a champ now. You're not blocked up.
Yeah, I'm pretty good now.
Pretty good.
He's too afraid to not be.
Yeah, I'm serious. Like, I'm cutting. I'm like low on the. I don't eat as much cheese now. Like, I never want this to happen again.
No more buckets of ricotta.
I am making lasagna for Christmas, so
don't do that. Don't do that. Dude, make something else.
Make yourself your own personal, like, little one, like, that just has noodles and sauce in it.
I can't just swear off a cheese because I got constipated once. Tell you what, if I ever constipated like that again, I'm just going right to the store and spending $1.50 for that fucking colon blow shit. Because now this is going to cost me like $5 fucking grand for them to rape me.
That's something they do when you do a colonoscopy.
And the $1.50 liquid is what fixed me.
My wife hates that shit. But it works like the fucking Dickens. Like, dude, she'll drink that shit, and she's on that pot. Like, you gotta run, dude. Like, talk about get the rubber sheets and the gerbils, man. That shit is coming out.
Yeah, I asked her. I'm like the ER nurse. I'm like, just a heads up. Is this gonna give me like crazy diarrhea? She's like, no, it shouldn't. What do you mean? No, it shouldn't.
Not an answer. Of course it did.
Yes
God.
No, bitch.
That was a fucking lie. Survey says you're a lying bitch.
Are we dating or not? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude, when they had to like get a colostomy, there's a lady who had one. I worked with this old lady. She had to do it, and then she's telling me details of hers, and then I'm like, lady, I don't want to hear about you shit in the bed. Come on, dude. Like, old broad, I don't know, 60, 70, fucking tell me how she shit in the bed when she took the colonoscopy, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I mean, I don't want details. I don't want nightmares, bitch. I mean, I just want advice for my wife. Fucking crazy. And kid, now when you did an enema, isn't it funny, man? As a kid, we listened like to the butt trumpets, primitive enema. I never thought like one of us would have to have an enema. We get old, right? You get old. Now, did you have to do an enema at home?
But I don't think it's just because we're getting older now. Wouldn't say we're old, but it just it's shit that happens, man. You get bound up. I honestly, you know what I blame? I blame that I was trying to be healthier instead of energy drinks. I bought this fucking mushroom. I'm not going to blast the brand because I don't know if it was or not, but I bought this mushroom matcha coffee online. And it tasted good. I liked it. And I was drinking it for like a week or two before this happened. So I fucking think that bound me up because it made me more like at least my poop more consistent. Like it was like like I pooped less times a day. Mm-hmm. So I think it just did too much work. I think it just went overboard.
Did you use an enema at home by yourself? Or was that in the hospital?
The first two were me.
At home?
At home, yes.
Now, is that the time you told me, dude, I've been giggling about this since you told it to me, off and on, regularly. Like, where you told me you were trying to do it, and your kid was like, what's up with Daddy? And you were like, get him out of here. I don't want him to see me like this. I've been giggling about that all week.
Well, you have to wait. Then you feel like it's going to come. So you sit in the bowl, and it's just like, ah! He just runs into the bathroom, throws the door open, and I'm just like, get him out of here. He doesn't need to see this.
Traumatized in life. Oh my God. Remember that time I saw my dad shit on the toilet?
He's going to tell that story when he gets older. Dude, that is the best. I would all week just giggling. Him like, what's going on with Dad? Because he loves you. He's trying to see what's going on. And you're like, get him out of here. I can't see you like this. You're supposed to be the strong rock. He doesn't need to see you getting, in your own asshole and shit pour out of it. Dad broke his asshole when I was 5.
Oh, my God. Oh, I'm sorry, don't.
He made me a sandwich. He did cut it cross, but I think his fingers smelled like shit. I mean,
oh my God.
Maybe the love cut, but those fingers were rank. I mean, I think I can come under the nails. Well, we are glad you're better, Ken. You sound in better spirits. I'm glad we had a follow up, and we'll end it with a nice story of you not wanting your kid to see you at a bad time. That's really good. Oh my goodness. And fuck balls. How is everyone in your house, by the way? When you guys wake up in the morning, is it both your houses? Is it fairly nice? Like in my household, no one wakes up in a good fucking mood. They're all assholes. Everyone wakes up like a grumposaurus. Blah, blah, blah. Go fuck off.
It's because nobody can jerk off but fucking a beast. Everybody's sexually bound up.
Everybody's angry. like everybody's like okay, but like, well, like I'm the first one up in my house, so like I get up first, and then I get Zoe up. But like she's just like she can be like grouchy, like if I don't like take my time with her to like let her wake up, and then I let her like watch TV like while I'm taking a shower and get dressed. And then she's like ready for me, like she's ready for me to help her get dressed and like do her hair and stuff, and then she's good. But it's like I do things like a step at a time. But like my son, like he's older, you know what I mean? So he's almost 14. So like he doesn't want me to just wake him up. Like I give him like stages to like I go bring her to school first because her school I can drop her off before him. Yeah. So then I like wake him up before I leave, and I'm like, hey, I'll be back in about 10, 15 minutes. And he's like, oh, I'm like, it's your first wake up. And he's just like, oh, okay. And then I leave and I come back. And most of the time he hasn't gotten up. Sometimes he does, but whatever. Yeah. But we still have plenty of time. So then I'm like, hey, I'm back now. Like, now you actually have to get up, like, take a shower and stuff. Yeah. And usually he will. And some days, like, he'll talk to me, and other days he, like, just doesn't say anything. So I just don't say anything to him. If he doesn't say anything to me, I don't say anything to him because then he's going to be like, whoa! That's all.
Teenager, the other one kind of do steps. Yeah, we'll do that too in my house. We'll do steps. You get up. You're not going to get ready right now. But you got to you get up and maybe like wake up for a minute, watch like a 5-minute clip or something. Yeah. We're going to start brushing teeth. We're going to start, shower and or wipe up if we're in the RV. At home it was take a shower. Something like that. Yeah. But my older son too. He's I love him, but he's got that teenager thing too, and I think I just double out. Like, if he's in the fucking real twat mood, I fucking, oh, it's a bobo. What's the matter, baby? Dad, enough, Dad. Enough. Like, oh, go, Jojo. Come on, Jojo.
Oh, I'd want to punch you in the face, too, though, if he does that to me.
I want to punch you in the face, too.
Do you remember how Uncle Larry used to wake us up? Like, we'd go to the beach or something, so, like, it'd be, like, 4:30 in the morning, and he'd just flip the lights on and be like, Day-o!
Holy
the top of his lungs.
Yes! Singing Day-o. I mean, that fucker has been high since 5 in the morning, so he doesn't give a fuck.
I don't know. As an adult, does anything piss you off more than if, like, somebody else flips on the light to wake you up? If you're the one sleeping and, like, your other half or whatever flicks on the light, I want to, like, kill them. Like, death. Death should happen at that moment. Like, you're, like, dead to me. Like, I hate that. Like, come on. Like, nobody likes that. Like, when I was with my ex, like, that was a thing all the time because he got up before me. So he'd, like, just flip on the overhead light and he'd be, like, pissed and, like, make as much noise as humanly possible. And I'm like, fucking A. But, like, I know, like, when I get up first, like, I try to be as quiet as I can. And, you know what I mean? Like, respectful if somebody else is sleeping. Like, I use my phone most of the time to, like, find my shit. Like, so I'm not putting on the big overhead light, that kind of thing. Like,
and then wake him up, be like, hey, man, it's time to get up. Gently wake him up. But not be mad you got up before me, so now you're a miserable asshole, because now I'm getting sleep than you. What is it, tit for tat? Go fuck your mother, you. Go back on
Yes, like, I think anybody who does that is, deserves to, be shot. Like, awful. That's like, get the razor. Like, I hate people who do that.
I'm going to get the razor. I'm going to hang his fucking dick with the fucking razor. I'm going to make it look like if you shoot a pen cap too long, that's a good dick to look like, motherfucker. Shoot a pen cap.
Hey, fuck you, motherfucker. Like,
remember Bugs Bunny put their fingers on his shotgun and it fucking exploded and it wilted like that? That's the head of your dick, bitch.
Yes, exactly. Like, Bo, do you feel that way? Like, if somebody just flips on the light, does it instantly, like, tick you off? Like, if you're trying to sleep? Like, that makes me so mad. Like, instantly.
I absolutely love my son, but if I'm, like, trying to sleep and he wakes up before me, like, sometimes it'll be really good, and, like, he doesn't let his mom sleep. If Jill cannot sleep. So if he wakes up before my wife, she has to get up.
That's how, it's the same way in my house.
A lot of the time, he'll let me sleep. He'll be like, Mom, Dad's still tired, and he'll like shut the bedroom door and everything for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how it goes in our house too.
I can see the fury of the steam coming out of her ears. Like, Mom, make me breakfast, but Dad's gonna sleep.
Yes, that's how. But I think that's a kid thing. Like, that's how my daughter is too. Like, if she's up, then I'm up. Like, she's like, oh, like, she won't put on the light or anything. She'll just poke her head in, and I usually hear the door anyway, but she'll be like, hey, Mom. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm coming. So I get up and, like, but even, like, I've tried to ignore it a few times, like, just, like, act like I don't hear her, and kind of, like, gently, like, kind of, like, tap my husband a little bit. Nothing. Like, he's out. Nothing. Like, the house could be on fire. I'm like, okay. So then I got to get up, and I'm like, I'm, like, so mad about it, you know? And then, like, when he gets up, and if he's like, oh, I'm tired, I want to be like, fuck you, you're tired. Like, so bad. But I'm not that dramatic about it, but, like, you know.
No. Everyone, I think, feels that way, because you're just like, what? And then, and you're like, how the fuck are you slept in? You cut? And,
how dare you?
I mean, like, it happens, and the fact that Bone's kid is just like, yeah, you know, Jill's just like, not meaning to, but subconsciously, she's building a hatred towards him. Because not that he did anything wrong, not that she's a bad person, but just that her kid's like, what's that dad? He deserves it, Mom. She's like, fucking does he? Does this motherfucker? And then she's like, she's just naturally starting to hate you because of your kid.
I just picture her giving you like a flying elbow. You're sleeping and she goes and taps her elbow.
Well, most of the time Eli lets me sleep, but there are days where he wants me up too. So he legitimately just runs and dives onto me. And that's how I wake up and I'm like,
and you're like, oh.
Are you up, Dad? I fucking am now. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and kids, you like...
In your house, kid? Go ahead, Summer.
Oh, I was going to say, kids are great. Like, never in your life, like, before you have kids, do you think that, like I've been woken up at 4 a.m. because someone has to poop, and then you have to wait for them to poop, and then they're like, you know, then they got to talk to you about everything, and you're like, what is happening right now?
Is it a solo job? Yeah. My youngest son is like my wife. He woke me up 3 a.m. the other night, talking about some Fortnite fucking shit that his brother sold his level or some shit. Can we talk to his brother? I'm like, what? It's like 3 a.m. I check my phone. My wife does the same shit. Something's on her mind. She'll wake from her sleep. She'll wake me up too. So they both. So the other night, my son wakes up and I'm like, what? And then I'm like, I don't know. And then I'm starting to fall asleep, and she's like, Dad, you're falling back asleep. And I'm like, dude, you woke me from a sound sleep to talk to me about Fortnite. We will talk about it in the morning. I already said yes. We will deal with it. Let's go back to bed. No, you want to have an hour-long conversation, repeat the same thing over and over again. And I already said yes to this. We're going to do this. Now I'm falling back asleep because I was dead asleep. And I was telling my wife that. I'm like, he does, you do. And she'll do the same thing. So I'm something that's on her mind. She'll talk about it. I'm like, okay. And then she's like, Jay, you're falling asleep. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm asleep. And you woke me. It's like the house is on fire. The kids are missing. Something important. Like, I mean, God bless. I love my wife. I love my kids. But I'm like, this isn't necessary right now. This is unnecessary. And then I'm falling asleep, and then I'm the monster who's falling back asleep. Oh, fuck you, mother. And get the fuck out of here. And like, I'm like, what? Yeah, you're falling back asleep. Yeah. 3 a.m. That's what I'm doing. Yep. And fucking monster. And so yeah. They sort of similar, and then I'll get woken up like that. And Bo, so Bo, in your house, everyone pretty legit or assholes when they wake up?
For the most part, pretty good.
Okay. All right.
Yep. But it did remind me, I did have this girlfriend once that years ago, obviously years and years before I met my wife. And she just want to clarify that. And
you listening? She's not listening.
She, we were dating a couple weeks and stuff, and then I kind of noticed she moved in. Like, she just didn't go home. And like, I'm like, don't you have a job, or didn't you go to college? She's like, oh no. Turns out, like, I found out later that when she met me, she just stopped going to her job. She stopped going to college and just kind of lived at the house.
Whoa.
And I'm just like, okay. And like, she was fine and stuff, but she she'd always want to talk about a relationship. Like, we should talk about our relationship. It's like, we're dating a month, man. Why are we getting in these deep conversations? Why do you live here? Like, this is the shit that bothers me. And you know when she'd want to talk? I'd work from I'd work from about 6 a.m. to like 4 p.m. And about 2 in the morning, she'd wake me up like all the fucking time and be like, "Hey, can we talk?" I'm like, "Talk about what? It's 2 fucking a.m." Like, this is not like the first, the first once or twice I was like, "Oh, sure." I thought it was maybe a one-off. I was like, sure. And just it ended up getting pissy and rolling over and going to bed. But then, like, after the 5th, 6th time of this, I'm just, like, losing it. I just fucking melted down. I lost it. I'm like, I have to be working at fucking 6 a.m. You have nothing to do. Like, why are you waking me up at 2 a.m. to talk about our relationship? I'm like, why don't we talk when we're fucking awake? She's like, when we're watching TV during the night, like when you get out of work? I'm like, yes, exactly fucking then.
That's exactly what.
Exactly then. And I'm just like, and then she just keeps talking, and I'm just like, you need to shut the fuck up. And I'm a good boyfriend. I am awesome to my girlfriends over the years. I'm not rude, I'm not mean. Yeah. But this girl, man, I mean, after the 4th or 5th time of this, I'm waking up in the middle of the night. I told her, I'm like, there's 2 choices. I'm like, either you're going to shut the fuck up and go to bed, or they're going to find your body in the fucking backyard tomorrow. I'm like, it's your fucking choice. I'm like, or you can get the fuck out. And she's just like, I'm leaving. I'm like, fine. She left. 10 minutes later, she comes back in, lays back down, and goes to bed next to her. I'm just like, motherfucker. I thought she was gone.
Let me tell you.
I thought that did it.
You waking me up is ruining our relationship. You know? That's what's happening here. And no, it's pretty hard. I don't know, man. Like I snore and I kick and everything. I don't fucking know. I think I'm dying in my sleep. Who knows? And
maybe you need to. Oh, go ahead.
What?
I was gonna say maybe you need that CPAP thing. Like if you stop breathing, like.
Right. I looked into it and insurance. I don't know. This whole thing. I was like, oh, fuck yourself. And then we had to keep talking back and forth. And I had to keep calling each place and go, they need a referral. We sent a referral. They said they sent a referral. We didn't get it. They said they didn't get it. I have to go back and forth. I'm like, I'd fucking rather die. I don't give a fuck anymore.
I'll show them. I'll just die.
Kill myself. I can't take it. I'll take a fucking end to my throat right now. I don't give a fuck. And, but I don't know.
All right.
That's the thing. And, but, side note, though, I was going to say is, we're talking about creepy and running stuff. I love wrestling, right? What do you guys do? Do you guys choose Macho Man or Hulk Hogan?
Oh, that's a tough one.
What? Hang out with or fuck? Like, I'm not sure. What are the boundaries of this question?
No, just in general. Like, who did you like better?
Macho Man, gonna clench these cheeks. Cut your dick off. I like Macho Man better, because some people are hardcore, like Hulk Hogan people. But I always thought I don't want too good. I want that crazy Macho Man. Their promos were always fucking crazy, and I'm out here. Again, are you talking about hanging out or sex?
What? Fucking Macho Man?
Mary Fucker Murder. Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, and Andre the Giant.
No one fucking likes wrestling. Like, I'll say it all the time. You know, my answers, because I work in corporate fucking settings. What's your answer? Well, when I was a kid, I used to watch it. I'm like, oh, fuck yourself.
It was entertaining when we were kids. It was so over the top and ridiculous. Now it's just a bunch of guys that are. It's kind of turned into a soap opera, and some dudes are like, awesome. People are into it. Cool. But to me, the entertaining part of it was just like Ultimate Warrior coming down, Abdul the Butcher. You know, these fucking people all painted. I'm like, oh!
Have you watched their promos like as an adult? It is insanity. Like, it's insane. Like the Macho Man Warrior promos, like anybody now, go out and watch one of them. You're gonna go, they are fucking a madman. And as a kid, you're like, this is the best.
Like, but are your kids into it? Like, are your kids into? No. Like, neither is like my son. Like, at one point he was all about John Cena, and I don't know why, but he was like, oh,
yeah,
like he was talking about John Cena, and he wanted like a John Cena, like an action figure of some kind, and we were like at this thing, like a Comic-Con kind of thing, so they had like all sorts of stuff like that. So we're like, all right, we'll look for one for you. We find one, we show it to him, and he's like, no, I don't want that.
I don't want to have naked man.
I don't know what he thought it was, but it was just hilarious. And then he never talked about it again. And I was like, wow, I guess we fixed that. Like,
I thought that was a completely
I don't want
different
this fucking naked man.
No, I remember.
I don't know what he thought it was.
Anything wrong with it? Be gay all you want. And remember you, me? I love him. Uncle, love him. We didn't know he was gay our whole life. The guy wore green with, like, I remember I got a purple shirt for my mom to wear. I wore these green jeans, supposedly purple and green together being gay, right? But anyway, he acted like he had, like, when you look back on him, you're like, oh my God, gay. Because I love him. There's nothing wrong with being gay. But this fucker did everything in front of us but suck a dick in front of us to let us know he was gay. You know what I mean? And we're like, that's the only thing missing from our childhood was him just fucking mow down on some beef in front of us. And otherwise, all the signs were there. What the fuck was wrong with all of us?
I don't know.
We were children.
It was.
We didn't think about that. You know, just like that wasn't.
Well, you do remember that time that my brother was like, "Oh, sometimes I think you're gay." Remember, he was like on his case about something, and we were like, oh, we're all like, "Oh my God!"
He was dead. I thought your brother was dead.
I did too.
I'm like, oh my God, I've never seen him so mad before. Yeah.
Yeah, he was angry. That was, I don't know. That's all I remember was the anger, and I was like, oh my God.
Don't say that.
I don't know. He kind of seemed mad about the grape meat thing.
Oh yes. Yeah, with the balloon, the grape meat.
Yes, he was not happy with that at all. Like I remember there's two things with your dad. There was I bought 9 Inch Nails closer.
Oh yes. Yes.
And it's like, I wanna fuck you like an animal. I wanna feel you from the inside. You know that whole fucking gem you should listen to in middle school. And I'm listening to it, we're playing it in Slopdog's room, blaring it. And he just comes in like an angry old cunt and just shuts it off. I was like, that is fucking disgusting. That is disgusting. I never want to hear that again, ever. And we're like, oh.
I know.
Like, oh,
our eyes are huge. We say nothing. We're just like in shock.
You're like, all right, don't listen to that again. And then around that time, Nirvana in Utero was out, and they had that song, Rape Me. Rape Me, you know the song. And, and for some reason, we had a balloon. I don't know if we went to a store and you got a free balloon. But regardless, we were old. We were older kids, but we were younger enough for someone in the store to go, would you like a balloon? So that's how old we were.
Was it like a carnival?
Balloon.
Oh, it's a carnival,
like a small carnival downtown.
Yes. But old enough, but young enough where you got a balloon, like middle school or something. So I just thought it would be funny, I don't know why, to rape me on this balloon. Now think about it. Young kid holding a balloon says rape me on it. That is horrible. I think that too if my kid was that. And then he freaked out at that. He was just like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't remember what he said. I remember he was so scared. And then I remember like changing rape into grape and me into meat, like a meeting, MEAT. And I was like, and then I was like trying to get back on his good side, be like, hey, look at this balloon, look how correct it is. And he's like fuck off, kind of or something like that. And I say fuck off. I'm basically like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, don't do that again, and whatever. But basically, like, go fuck, like, I'm just disgusted with you. Why would you do that? Kind of, like, just still mad at me. And I still was trying to be like, hey, and then I just kept showing everybody, hey, what do you think? Huh? Oh, look at this. That's great news. Everyone's like, everyone in the house was like, we know what it said, you stupid idiot. And now you're trying to pretend it never happened. Fuck off. Just let it die. If I couldn't let it die, so I was trying to get back on good graces. I just kept digging that hole. And, purple balloon is great meat on it. I think the great meat. That's a good shape. Like fucking sex trafficking, you know? Jesus Christ. And,
Yes. Like, I knew nothing about any of that kind of stuff at that point in my life, like, about, like, you know, kids getting taken to action. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny, but I didn't think
the fuck out.
Terrible. Yeah, like, I'd be upset. It's like, if I think of my kids now, like, writing that, I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
No. Like, you know, I'd be the same way. I'd be like, you can't do that. Like, that's not okay.
You can't. It's not okay. It's weird. But like your dad was, I think, because he was in the closet, right? I don't know. Maybe I don't want to speak for him. He's a great guy. Love him.
Yeah.
With all my heart. He's fucking awesome.
But but I think that's why, like, he would kind of like, if something like made him mad, he would just like lose his shit because like I think he had all this whole other part that like we had no idea about that like he was dealing with. So like, yeah, like I think that's why that happened. Yeah, you know, I'd be like,
I gotta fucking sit on this pigtail in shame, and I can't fucking let the whole world know I fucking want to dick him. You know? And he's like, this is
but like even you talking about like you feel pent up, like you know because you know kidney. But like think about it, he probably felt something like that. Like I don't want to think too much about it because you know it's my dad. But like
I want to rip an asshole and I want the world to know it. Yeah, he's like. You know, he's like, I want. There's like a tattoo he wanted or something. I don't know. And but I remember then like there was like he get mad at me. Like you broke a cup one time doing dishes, and he was like, "Wait, you trying to hide this because you threw it away? You just thought you broke a cup." Like so, I remember us fucking around. We were like, there was an egg beater, like the one whisk. You just hold it and it shakes, and you were like running after me with it. And I was like, no, and I ran into the room and I shut the door, but the egg beater was like halfway through the door, and it was like metal, like springy. And then I was like, oh, Slopdog, it's stuck. And you just kept yanking on it and yanking on it. And then when we opened the door, it looked all shemangled, and the look up on my face was like, oh my God.
Oh my
and we
God.
spent like an hour and a half, 2 hours, just each pressing on it, trying to put it back together. And then we finally put like the shit-looking egg beater back in the egg beater thing. I think because it was the weekend was over, and I had to go home for school, and we were just horrified. And I remember like, one time to go, and I remember just holding that thing, and I hope it doesn't notice, I don't know why, just petrified. We were kids, petrified. We never really got beat. But we just knew stay in line, or you could get.
Speak for yourself.
Like, okay.
Some of us were fucking liars and caused the other ones to get fucking beat with a fucking switch.
I wasn't a liar. All right, we'll get back to that. Hold on a second. We gotta get back to how I got bone beat as a kid. And so anyway, we never got beat. And but I remember and talking to you throughout the week, going, "Hey, did he notice?" And you're like, "Nope." And because we were a couple of queens, man. Like we'd watch Friends. And remember when Ross and Rachel kissed? I can't remember. We both got on the phone to call each other. I think it might have been busy at first because we were trying to call each other. And then we talk to each other. Dave's like, you are fucked. She's like, are you sure you're not gay? Because Dave's like, he loves Friends. He used to talk to your girl cousin about it all the time, like every week. I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, and we like when Ross and Rachel kissed, it was amazing. We had to talk right away. And she's like, oh, my God, Becky.
Yeah, like, seriously. I think about that, too, and I'm like, wow, we were something. But, like, I can remember being like, oh, my God, I got to call him. I got to call him right now. I can't believe this just happened. And, like,
it was always a little fruit. And I remember calling. Then eventually, you called me and you're like, dude, you're not going to fucking believe it. He was cleaning the house. And he grabbed the fucking egg beater and he goes, oh, look, this thing's kind of old, a little ragged, huh? Shook it and then threw it in the garbage, not even cared about it. And you're like, he didn't give a fuck about it. We're like, we worried for like months about that fucking egg beater. I think I got an ulcer because of it. So crazy. Anyway, so to the story where fucking Bone says I'm using quotation marks, got him beat. And listen, so here's the story. Maybe I did. Folks, you let me know if I'm wrong. I think I am wrong. But listen, Joey had all these Star Wars figures. I love to play with Star Wars figures. And he was like, he let me play them time to time. And then he'd be like, all right, I'm going to go. And Bo and Joey went outside to play. And then I was like, can I play with the Star Wars figures? And Joe was like, when I get back, you can play with them. I was like, phenomenal. And then I was like waiting. And there was a river behind your grandparents' house. And it was like, don't go there, you could drown. The kids were drowned. 15 kids had drowned there before. I don't fucking know. Anyway, you could drown. So I was like, okay. And then I remember going up to UB or to your grandmother, one of them, and going, hey, when they get back, Do you think I can play with his figurines? Why would I do that?
What an asshole.
And then I go, sorry. And they're like, why? Where'd they go? I'm like, I don't know. They went out to play in the woods. They're like, what? And they're calling their names. So now they think they're drowning in the river. They're running. They're yelling, whoa, hey, get back here. Finally, they show back up. Like, hey, what's going on? They probably were at the river. I don't fucking know. And but I was just doing it. And they're like, where were you? And they're like, playing the woods. We told you not to go back there. You gotta let go. And then UB beat them both with a cat of nine tails.
See, I had the least amount of, like, because we were going to go out in the woods, and I said to Joey, we should tell your dad first. And he's like, okay, I'll tell him. I got to take a shit first anyway. So we went upstairs to take a shit, and I assumed he told your dad. So then we went. And then I came back, I find out that Joey didn't ever fucking told UB, and fucking Chowder's ratting us out because, I don't know, he wanted the fucking attention for 5 seconds. Somebody wasn't watching the Chowder show. So I got fucking beat for it. Like, what the fuck? I did nothing wrong.
But you think about, like, the mindset, too, back then. I'm so glad that you're okay and you didn't die in the woods. Let me beat you because you're okay.
Now you're getting beat. No, don't do that again. No, yeah. I love you, kid. I'm so sorry. How's your ass? You all right? And you can't look at a cat of nine tails now. They'll fucking do. And
that's why he's getting bound up now. Like, it's all coming back.
Yeah, decades of trauma.
I remember our neighbor, dude, his dad had a cat of nine tails and would always give him beaten with it. And, like, it was funny. Like, he was like, I remember one time his dad was like, fucking, why don't you just fucking run away? Or like, I'm going to fucking just step on your neck until I hear something. I'm not going to stop until I hear something break. Like, and the way he worded stuff would always make me laugh. And I remember once that we're outside, me and this kid playing, and his dad and mom are fighting, and the windows are open. And you just, and we laugh so hard at this, you just hear his mom and dad fighting, and his dad yells at his mom, if you didn't have a cunt, you'd be fucking useless. And we laugh so hard about that for so long. Fucking abuse going on in the house. We're just rolling about it because that's how we grew up. Just that talk was natural talk. That was comedy to us. And, just if you didn't have a cut, you'd be fucking useless. And now as an adult, I'm like, oh, that's kind of harsh. And
just a little.
A little bit. Just a sprinkle of harshness.
Anyway,
my God.
But so that is that. So we're at 54. We got top 5 to do. So before we get into that, did Bo? Did you have a dog dick in the news or anything?
Yeah, I did. Dog dick in the news. I don't know what that was. Anyway, this is from like September, so it's not like a recent thing. It's a few months back. But I was reading this article.
Side note, and why we call it dog dick in the news, right? I don't know if anybody knows this, but when we were kids, we said it on a previous episode. I know you're like, don't explain it. Don't explain it. Dog dick is what my mom would actually get mad at us and call us. You fucking dog dick. Don't be a dog dick. And anybody who heard it for the first time is like, that's unreasonable to hear a woman call her children a dog dick. And like, yeah, this is what she says. And like, that you're fine with it?
It was her catchphrase.
Dog dick. And if she had a talking dog, you pulled the string, like, hey, dog dick. You know what I mean?
It wasn't just to us. It was. I feel like she called everybody a dog dick. That was her phrase. That was her go-to.
That fucking dog dick, dude. Mom, when mom's not trying to be funny, she's hilarious.
She's so funny. Oh my God.
There are two things I remember. Like, one, when our sister was born and she was crying, and she was taking care of her. I remember her being like, I'm going to rip my fucking pussy out! Ah! And then our dad coming in and going, you got to calm down! And she's like, fuck off! And then the other one, I remember, like, there being, like, a bottle on the table or something. I'm like, Mom, what if I just, like, I wasn't wearing shoes or anything. I was like, what if I just rub that bottle, the top, like, of the bottle there with my foot Wouldn't it, be funny? She's like, how about I stick my finger up my ass to make you sniff it? I was like, okay. And then I put that into a lyric of the song.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah, I love her. I love you, Mom. Yeah, something. Anyway, so you're saying, kid, dog dick in the news?
All right,
That's
so
why
yeah,
we call it dog dick in the news. Yeah.
So it was like September. There was a truck driver in Nebraska. He was driving on the highway, and this car came straight at him in the same lane. I almost had a head-on collision. So he called 911 to let the police know, hey, I just almost got into a head-on fucking collision on the highway. So this asshole's driving the wrong way. And he gave him, like, what highway he was on, what area, whatever.
The
cops came and pulled the truck driver over. And it turns out the truck driver was drunk, and he was the one driving on the fucking wrong side of the highway.
Wow.
Dumb fuck.
That's awesome. So he's called me, there's a motherfucker. And people are calling me, this fucking truck, like he called once. Hey, these people are fucking off. 50 other people called and said this cocksucking truck driver is on the wrong road.
Yeah, it's like those assholes that call the cops and they were just like, this guy just stole my cocaine.
I don't got a dog dick in the news. You got anybody dog dick in the news, Slopdog?
I do not.
I do got to get the razor, and I won't explain it again, Bone. Anyway, go back and listen to why we say get the razor. If you're mad, you get the razor. You know why. And I'm mad.
So what you're telling me is you were against us saying hi in the beginning because it was too much structure, but you gotta fucking explain every single time what your catchphrase means.
All right. It's all it was. Now that's part of it. Now that's my third get the razor. And, so I only had one, but the second one is down here in Arizona. They only have hot McChickens. Like it's not crazy get the razor. It's like but it's just like they don't have regular. It's
There's
like
no just McChicken sandwich.
Or
you mean
extra
like
hot.
spicy?
Like, what? Yeah, it's like the spicy.
Okay, I thought you meant like just warmed up. I was like, they don't usually sell cold chickens at my fucking place either.
Spicy. It's like spicy, or you get an extra hot spicy one. Like you don't got a regular one. Never even heard of it before. We were like traveling back up to see aunt and uncle, over the summer and stuff. And we went up and we reached Idaho. I think it was Idaho. And I looked and there was a regular McChicken. This poor fuck kid just mopping the floor. I was like, looked at my wife. I was like, they got regular McChickens here. And we're like, what? And we just look at this poor fuck who hates his job. We're like, dude, we scared him for one. He's like, ah! And we're like, dude, you got regular McChickens here? And he's like, what? You got regular McChickens here? Not just spicy? And he's just like, yeah. And we're like, oh. And then we went to the whole spiel, how we've been in Arizona, New Mexico. All they have is the hot ones. He could give two fucks, is what his face said. And he was a very nice, polite kid, but you could tell he was just like, you're crazy. And
just dead inside.
Yeah, I'm wearing a poncho. My hair's crazy. And, you know what I mean? And I look like I just fucking murdered a family of fucking 5, And I'm like, you got my chicken? Oh, regular. And he's like, Jesus Christ, yes. So anyway, so that's my thing is, like, down here they don't have regular chicken. So, I don't know. That's not a crazy one. But my crazy get the razor is fucking Facebook, you fucking cunt site. Like, I think I'm done with Facebook soon. Like, I just have to get my information, like, because I may be wrong, and this may be slanted, I'm not trying to. Did they get in trouble a while back because they were, like, Russians they were selling information to Russia or something shit like that? Am I wrong on that, or is that correct?
I don't know.
I think I heard something weird about them selling information, but I'm not sure if it was, like,
Either,
who it was, but I heard something about that.
There was a breach or something. Somehow the information was hacked and somebody got their information of your Facebook information. Supposedly, or they say they were in it, they weren't. I'm not sure, so I don't want to blame. But supposedly that happened. Anyway, I'm traveling, so on my laptop, it's normal. And I appreciate the security, but it's too fucking much, dude. Because I'm fucking, like, I'm using my phone now. It's like, hey, you're coming in Arizona. Now this is weird. We're going to lock your phone. They lock my phone, and it's not just like, we'll text you a number, we'll send it to your email. They're like, no. Now, to unlock it from my phone, I need to provide an ID, my social security number, an ID. And I'm like, you're Facebook. You're fucking Facebook, dude. You're not the fucking FBI. You're not the fucking who the fuck?
I wouldn't. Yeah, I'd have a hard time. I wouldn't give them your social. Like that seems like whoa.
I tried to chat with someone. Most likely a fucking robot, and they're like, no, you got to provide the information or we're gonna lock you. I'm like, go fuck yourself. And the thing is, I need it because people I'm acquaintances of who are gonna do voices. Like months ago, I was like, hey, you want to use the voices? They're like, yep. And then, you know how I work, slow as a motherfucker. And then I finally get back to everyone. And now I can't get on there to get their information, like their number or their email to like go back and forth, send them the scripts that they would need to record. Or if they have an issue, just talk to them and say, hey, you know, do you like the script? Can I get you on this script instead? I had to go back on the computer. Luckily, it wasn't locked out there. So I was able to do stuff, and a buddy of mine from Boy Chicken was like, oh, I tried to hit you back, and it just kept rejecting. Another guy was like, dude, the chat we've had for years is gone. I was like, oh, fuck. And then I was like, no, and I had to explain it. And then do I explain this to everybody? Now I sound like a fucking robot, like I'm trying to steal information, going, hey, I was locked out. Now I'm back. What's your phone number and email? They're like, go fuck yourself, you robot. You know, they think I'm a thief now. And I'm like,
I agree. That's like even like I don't know if anybody has like Disney Plus. I have kids, so we have Disney Plus.
I can do Plus with my phone.
All right, so like we have it like so we have it set up like you have different accounts, like one for us, one for like the each of the kids, and like for like my daughter's account, like it like what came up and it wants like her date of birth and stuff, and I'm like, fuck you, you don't need her date of birth, like. I don't know. I refuse. Like she just watches it under ours now because I'm like I refuse to put her date of birth in there. I'm like fuck you. Like I can understand like picking an age group so that like like whatever she's gonna watch is appropriate. Like say hey ages 10 to 12, ages whatever 6 and under or something like that. I understand, but like freaking Walt Disney with his head in a freezer doesn't need my goddamn kid's date of birth. Like that's too much. Like so I agree with you. Like fuck off. Yeah, get the razor. That's all. But like that ticks me off. Like there's certain things it's like you don't need that.
Yeah, it's too much. And even with these phones and shit, they got too much anyway. Anyway, we sound like old fucks, and we are. But yeah, that's what makes me get the razor. Anybody else have a get the razor story or
well, no, but that just reminds me of like you when you were down and like you'd be like, hey kid, do you want me to give you some money for it? We'd be like, you go out to eat or something. And I'm like, yeah, just Venmo me. You're like, oh, yeah, I don't do that shit. Write me a paper check or something.
Yeah. I'm not doing
what's fucking years? Jesus.
No
like,
Venmo.
I'm like, do you got a Venmo? Do you got a PayPal? No, I don't do that.
I don't have like you know what? I feel bad too because I don't have any of that. Like I don't know. Like I'll just give you cash. Like if I you know what I mean? If it's like if I go out to eat with like friends, like I just bring cash so that I can just pay or or give that money to somebody else. Like that's fine. But like I don't know how it works either.
Easy. I love Venmo.
No, you're gonna get hacked. Someone's gonna take money from your account. It's fucking garbage. I hate it.
Well, I don't know about that. I just don't know. I'm just dumb. I just don't know how it works.
I don't think I've ever known anybody who loses money through Venmo or PayPal.
I do a lot. A lot of people. And then
well, these are the same people that are just like, well, they were the cable company calling, and they said if I don't give them my account. If you do that shit.
I just don't do it. And then it's a commercial for either Zelle or for fucking Zelle or what's the other one? Zelle or Venmo. One of them. They're like, now we're letting kids do it, like teenagers do it. I'm like, that is a horrible idea. So a teenager fuck with money. They're irresponsible. They're irresponsible. And then you're going to let them have a fucking account like that? You fucking stupid company. And that's going to be a lot of charges that are fucking claimed to be fraudulent, and they're not. Or a lot of fucking, whatever. Get the raise out! And Christmas, I love fucking Christmas time. This is the fucking best. I used to love turkey just because I was a fat cunt. Now I got kids, and I love just the feeling of Christmas. I love it. So the top 5 Christmas movies and or like shows that you watch or you want to watch each year, and then you can throw in some honorable mentions and all that shit. And I went first last time. Do you guys want me to go again? Or do you guys want to go first?
You can go first. Cool.
Yeah, go first.
I got honorable mentions, of course. I love Die Hard is a good one to watch every year. Home Alone's good. Santa's Sleigh is like just missed the cutoff. Santa's Sleigh, it's the Bill Goldberg. He's like plays Santa, but it's like a horror movie, but it's funny.
Oh, okay.
I love it. So that would be number 6 with it. So top 5, the original Grinch Who Stole Christmas cartoon is number 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking awesome.
Classic.
I love that one. It's like my favorite one to this day. Number 4 would be A Christmas Story. Honorable mention, the new one, A Christmas Story, where he's a grown-up. I think it was on HBO last year or something. Is really good. I highly recommend that if you like the first one. And don't be fooled by Christmas Story 2 that came out 10 years ago. That one's fucking shit. I couldn't even finish watching it. Doesn't even the same people. It's just fucking garbage. Anyway, 4, Christmas Story. 3 is It's Always Sunny Christmas Special. I love it. It makes me laugh. It's so dark. I gotta watch it every year. Number 2 is Office Christmas Party because it is one of the funniest and one of the best.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
And I discovered it a couple of years ago, and it's fucking great. And it's very good. Honorable mentions. I love Seth Rogen. Night Before is a really good one as well. I know Bo hates Seth Rogen, but I love him. And, my number 1 is Christmas Vacation. Fucking love Christmas Vacation. It's my go-to. I gotta watch it every year. It makes me feel good when that song starts off in the beginning. I never know, should I take my pants off or not? What am I doing here? Is a thing going in my asshole? Is my dick getting wet? I'm not 100% sure. But it is Christmas time, and let's go for it, And, what? But yeah, and that's my top 5. Go ahead.
There you go. Go ahead, Bo.
All right. So I only have really one honorable mention. I actually just re-updated my list. I think it was a lot different from what I thought about last year. But honorable mention, Christmas with the Cranks. I only started watching that a couple of years ago, and I just really like that movie. It's just got such a great feel to it.
Yes.
Number 5 is Office Christmas Party. Fucking hilarious.
Great.
Number 4 would be Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
It's classic. You obviously love it. 3, I think, is Die Hard, because I just fucking love that movie. I can watch that movie 100 times. 2 is Scrooged with Bill Murray.
I forgot about Scrooge. That's a good one.
I used to watch Scrooge. Yeah, a lot. Honorable mention, yes, great movie.
And number 1 is Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. I fucking that just brings me back to being a kid.
Boo!
I love that.
Oh my god!
No, I never loved that.
We used to watch it together, freaking in our underwear.
You guys touch tips?
Oh, he's gonna blow the jug. Let's touch our dick. Ooh. Yeah, get it in there. Does your kid like it?
We watched it. He thought it was okay.
Yeah, see, he knows. It's good.
He's gonna get used to it though. It's gonna happen every year. So
you're watching it, motherfucker. My dad used to watch it. Jug Band, fucking Christmas shit. And, yeah, dude, I hated it ever since I was a kid. It was fucking garbage. But I'm glad you like it. That's a good number 1. And,
wow. I hope mine's not too bad.
All right, stop that.
I'm a little worried. I got
this time at least.
I got number 5 is Home Alone. Because Home Alone.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Number 4 I have is Die Hard, because I love Die Hard. Well, I don't know, maybe, whatever. So number 3, I put the Grinch, but the cartoon Grinch, not the creepy one with the real people. I don't like that. Number 2 I have is Elf, because I love Elf. And number 1 I have is Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
And then, but the honorable mentions, though, remember that Neil Patrick Harris one that came out, like, last year, the year before?
Oh,
remember it's like on HBO?
That is really good. 8-Bit Christmas.
That's a really good one, yeah, with the Nintendo. He's trying to get the Nintendo.
I like that one.
I don't know the name of it, though, but, like, that was a really good one. And then...
8-Bit Christmas.
Yes, 8-Bit, yes, that one. And then the Friends, like... I love, of course, I love Friends, so, like, I like the Christmas episodes. I'll, like, click through and find the Christmas episodes to watch. I know how lame. And then, and then the other one, Netflix came out with this movie a couple years ago. It's called Love Hard, which sounds dirty, but it's not. So it's kind of like, it's like kind of like a Hallmark movie, like the same kind of idea, but it's not as, like, cheesy as a Hallmark movie. But anyway, I like it. It's got, like, the feel-good kind of to it, but... Anyway, he probably will never watch it. Probably be like, this is garbage. But anyway, that's what I have.
I love Saved by the Bell. And I see a lady in the store named the fucking, I think it was a lady, I don't know, with the Saved by the Bell shirt. I was going to ask her where she got it from. But I thought it was weird. And I was trying to check out.
Because you know how you would do it. You just run up to her and be like, where'd you get my shirt?
I was trying to. In the middle of checking out groceries, I went to go walk away, and Dave's like, where are you going? And I was like, I'm going to ask that lady where she got her shirt. She's like, are you fucking kidding me? We got money we're exchanging here. We're trying to make sure shit rigs out right. Our kids are flying off the handle. She's like, get the fuck back here. And I'm like,
she's like, get the razor.
her get the razor is her fucking marriage to me. And in the middle of a transaction, I was trying to go talk to a random person where they get their shit put up there. And fucking asshole. But no, those are good lists. They're good. And before these fucking phones shut off again, we'll fucking go. I hope it's not the thing I'm recording with. I don't fucking know. Everything's falling apart. And I don't know. Anyway. All right, guys. Till next week.
All right.
This has been Tasteless and Jason, episode 4. And it'll be up. Yeah, we're here for Christmas. It's up for Christmas. And, all right.
Only got 3 weeks. It'll be there.
Bye.
What are you, some kind of dog, Dick? Dick.